Matt Payton here with the victorious head coach, Ginger High Colvin, 68-50. You can make me look short here
I know, right?
tonight. 68-53, the final score. Lady Tigers get the win over Georgetown. Coach, it's a tough place to play. You haven't lost here since 2011. However, tonight, early, big-time matchup, heavyweight bout. Third quarter, you guys grabbed the control of this game and never looked back.
I've been a believer in Georgetown all season long. I've watched them, and obviously I know Coach Nickel, and I know how good of a job he does. And I feel like they are super solid, and they've got all the weapons they need. And they're a horrible matchup for a lot of teams, including us athletically. They do so many things well, and they jumped out on us. But I'll give my kids credit. We didn't panic, and we just held to what we wanted to do, and battled. I'm happy with that. I feel like we really battled today.
You and I spoke on the phone this morning at length, and we talked a little bit about Courtney Pritchett. 14 points, 11 rebounds, career high, so a back-to-back double-doubles.
Right.
6 assists in this one. You have been shorthanded without Lexi Lake, without Bailey Pettigo. It took a few games, but she's out of this world the last half-dozen ball games.
Well, if you ask me, she's been out of this world since she stepped foot on our campus. And as you and I talked about who's valuable on a team, maybe who's the most valuable player in this league. And, you know, if we remove kids from different teams, Courtney Pritchett is a warrior. She's one of those kids that everybody's going to go to fight for, and you need her on the floor. You need her presence. You need her intelligence, and you just need her grit.
Faith Lake posts a career high tonight, 18. So we'll blame Lexi, as it took Lexi being out of the lineup to get Faith. But no, Faith was really good. She took advantage of open pass to the rim. She made open pass to the rim, and she was really good cutting without the basketball tonight as well.
I feel like that we saw Faith that we saw at the beginning of the season. I thought she was very aggressive at the beginning of the season, got a little sick, didn't feel well, and now is recovering. And then, of course, a twin thing, Lexi getting hurt, I think it's messed with her just a little bit. And but she's tough enough, and she came from a tough high school program where there's not many times you can make excuses, and she's used to that. So she came out, and I feel like played an amazing game tonight.
In the paint, 42 points. You made a point. You have made a point to get it to Caitlin Wilkes, to get it into Ashley McGeorge, and let those two go to work. That's a pretty big number, 42 of 68. The high percentage shots, of course, come from there, and certainly paid off this evening. Yeah,
for sure. And that's, you know, that's not. It's fun to have two kids that you can go to that can post up. Caitlin's been in a little bit of a slump, but I feel like she's worked hard to get out of that. Ashley got in foul trouble early. We're going to have a long discussion about that. We need her on the floor. And obviously Courtney, we sat Courtney and Ashley, I'm not sure how much at the end of the first, but we need them on the floor. But Georgetown's a hard guard, and they've got those kids driving at you. It's hard not to foul them. And they rebounded really well. They averaged almost 42 rebounds a night. You keep them at 41, or you keep them tonight at 34. You out-rebound them by 5. That's an important number. We have to win the boards. We're not big. We're not crazy athletics. We have to win the boards on that. I feel like Shyla Calvert and Sarah Sutton had 2 of their best floor games for us today. And Shyla's been sick too, and she's back to herself. And just having their presence on the floor. And obviously I thought Shyla had a great steal. I thought Sarah had a big 3 that kind of gave the momentum to us. The 2 best lead point guards in program history were in the building tonight, perhaps, if we don't count Ryder, right? I don't know. She's going to do some kind of research to see if she's got Lee in her name, probably. But that's what's Mackenzie Lee's in the house. Her sister Whitney Lee's in the house. Whitney wasn't a point guard, but holy cow, she can go down and talk about some rebounds and some post moves to those kids. But 2 warriors that I absolutely loved. Mackenzie, when we signed Whitney, Mackenzie was peeping behind the door, and I have a picture holding her in my lap. She was one of my signees, and then of course you can't let out one of your favorites. Big fella's in the house. Big fella's in the house right now. Between big fella, I think Bird's over there too. So you got Lindsay Bird in the far corner. I think that's her. She's kind of hidden a little bit, but I believe that's her in the glasses. It sure looks like her. So yeah. If not, it's a doppelganger. But you've got Big Fella and Bird and Whitney Lee. You could put on a basketball clinic for the post if some folks wanted to attend that one. But now I'm going to tell you, if we had them all together, they're competitive enough, they would all be mad at each other in about 10 minutes time, which is great. But I'm proud of our team. We beat a great Georgetown team today, and I think that's a team that's going to make a run in the national tournament. Let's look at this now. We don't start throwing numbers at me, Matt. We've talked at length.
Pikeville knocks off Cumberland tonight.
Okay.
That's a monster win for Clifton Williams. Cumberland's coming off a huge win.
Pikeville is no joke.
Yeah,
no
not
joke.
at all. And so the way this thing plays out, and we won't talk about everything, Georgetown losing, Cumberland's losing. Those were the 3 and 4.
Right.
So now you've pitched about 6 or 7
Right.
teams up in a hat, and you talked about it the other day. You've got 8, 9 teams in this league that can make an argument to be in postseason play, and boy, oh boy, it gets no easier. It doesn't matter where you look.
I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed if we don't have 9 teams from this league in the national tournament. I feel like we have 9 teams that are more than deserving. And look, Pikeville is the bottom team right now. They beat Campbellsville, beat us, took Thomas More to overtime, and just beat a very good University of Cumberland's team that just beat Thomas More. There's so many arguments that you can make. It makes my head spin. But this is the toughest this league has been since I've been a member, and we both know I've been here for quite some time. So I'm proud of our league. It's a tough league. You've got to prepare every night. But I feel like when these teams get away from each other and get into the national tournament, there's no doubt we're going to be prepared.
It certainly helps you, and you know this may be more than any other year where the philosophy, one game at a time, may mean more than it ever has. You look too far ahead, and the hair will turn gray, or in my case, maybe even fall out. But
Jim Hardy, if you're listening, I will not be at work tomorrow, and there probably won't be a Lady Tiger in the gym tomorrow. I will fill out my form, but I am not. We have to have a day off. We have to have a mental and physical day off. And but Bailey Pettigo, we're going to get her back in the gym and get her moving around, and we're hopeful to get she and Lexi back as well.
It's an incredible stretch for you guys. You have the long trip, Life, UT Southern coming up. I know you've probably not looked too awful far ahead, but oddly enough, here you are with a handful of games to play, and you've still not seen Life yet.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so crazy, and so and Life's coach is West Virginia Tech's old coach. Outstanding coach. She does a great job. They run sets. They've got a really good post, a good point guard, and it's not going to be an easy game down there. Even though they're one of the bottom 3 teams in our league, you don't overlook them. Those are the teams you have to over-prepare for.
Coach, congratulations on win number 21.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Lady Tigers now 21-3 on the season with a victory over Georgetown College tonight in Georgetown. 68-53, your final score.